Alright, I've already designed a pattern, which I posted in the video short. Oh, I need to put this on Do Not Disturb. There. This is 100% cotton fabric. I don't know. I'll see what happens. If this turns out to be okay, where y'all like them, then I will do more and try to do 4 skin tones. Okay. So let's start stuffing in a minute. Oh, there's one. Okay, I need a thicker wooden spoon. Alright, so with this design, I want to have 3 sizes. This is the largest. And I want to have one that's maybe about, I don't know what size this doll is going to be quite yet until I get her together. And I probably want one the size of her leg. This is her leg, so one this size and then another about maybe 12 inches tall. Yeah, I think those are three good sizes. Okay. Now, my Elsa doll here, I will be repainting her. So if you look back in my past videos where I repainted Elsa, that size, I will be repainting that doll like the ones I did in the past. Not at this moment. I would rather wait and continue downsizing my doll collection so I can get rid of the metal units back here. And I will have white bookcases with lighting. But I had to recover some first, and now I'm just gonna take some of my personal doll collection, list them on eBay, and try to get money back so that I can use to go into organizing my area. Okay, she's gonna have her little ballerina legs. Yeah, that's her knee area, which I will end up shaping it up. I'm going to get some floss, so I'm going to do like a more shape in the knee area, and then also with the ankle. But I'm going to use what is that stitch cross floss type thread, and I think I might go out and get some of that tomorrow. Okay, so I pack it more toward the bottom, and then here I start letting it get just a little less firm until I get up here. So that's pretty good for that's yeah about where I want it. Okay, so that's this leg. Don't worry, I'm not showing my design until it's done. Now for the other leg. This is cotton fabric that I already had, and I did a doll that I made, but she's at my mom's. But yeah, I do want to do these dolls in three skin tones. I want to do some that nothing like over the top. I want to keep them cute and simple, whimsical. So yeah, I'll probably get felt to make like little shoes, or I will paint like little ballerina shoes, and then put like some little, I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna tell you. You just have to stick around and find out. Oh, hello. You've been hiding all day, and now you decided you want to come out and say peekaboo. Huh. No, 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 you can't. No, 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 no. Dixie, stop, stop. Girl, you can't. This is not a toy. Stop it. It's stuffing. Oh my God. Is she. My cat does not like anything white. She thinks I have like a little plush kitten or something like that. She thinks I have a kitten. And she can be quite jealous actually. It's something I never expected from her, but yeah, she is. No, this is stuffing. It's I have to keep it behind her. Okay. So yeah, the ankle will be here, and then the knee will be here, and then legs. So, she's got like little skinny legs, but it'll come together. For the design, it'll look good. Okay, that's good. Both legs, that looks good. They match. Perfect. Okay, now for the arm. I need more stuffing. Okay, Miss Dixie, I need a minute. Yes. Say hello. Say hello, everybody. Mm. Kissy kissies. She's having her allergy season. And oof, I've already taken her to see her doctor, and she definitely didn't like that. Okay. Yeah, so this is my brand new box of stuffing that I had in my storage. And so now I don't have a storage unit anymore. I can continuously use stuff and get rid of stuff. God, I think I had a storage 10 years after from living in my house. Well, I have to say, me and my brother's house, basically. Yeah, to be all fair, pretty much. Okay, there. So we got our hand coming along, which this is also like my sample that I'm making. So if there's anything about the pattern or the way it's sewn, I can make adjustments, which I have with the body because I had to keep shrinking it and shrinking it and shrinking it. No, Dixie, this is not something for you to play with. Oh, yes, her little toy mice. They have this type of stuffing. Oh my god, I just realized something. I can take like scrap fabric and make her like some little plush balls or something. No, I don't have any plush fabric, but I could make her something and put, what is that, catnip in it. Alright, there. Yeah, that works. That's cute. So, yeah, I put the Origination Witch that I repainted, that I have. I put her on eBay and I put a completely restored Holly Hobby doll on eBay. And when I mean restored, the doll has been completely restored, cleaned. All the stuffing was taken out and cleaned. Um, the doll's body fabric was re-dyed to perfection and everything. She was simply restored, cleaned and restored. And she has no odor, so now she's in fabulous condition. Okay. So when I close this up, I'm not going to use my sewing machine. I'm actually going to close this up by hand and do an invisible stitch. I'm thinking, do I want the arm again? No, I think I can like a lot. I can do this with some floss, the embroidery floss. That's what I'm going to be using to add little details with this particular doll. So I haven't gotten it yet. I have to get some. So I do have the needles. So tomorrow I might have to go to my local Hobby Lobby and see, ta-da, there's her arm. That's one arm. We got one arm, two legs, and her head. Okay. So stuff like what I'm doing now, I don't have to like really focus with my eyes and things like that. But each day is different. Each day, every 2 days, I can tell a significant difference in my vision and things like that because it's coming back. yeah, this little stick helps maybe, yeah, to get the stuffing in the hand. I, hmm. So one thing I realized from this particular sample of a doll is the next time I do the pattern, I'm going to have this come out where this is more rounded. It's going to be wider and more rounded. Possibly the thumb as well. So it's like the pattern is like that, but it didn't sew that way, which means I have to redesign the pattern to be more pancake wider when I'm doing it. So this is easy. I have to make sure I don't have any of this synthetic fiber, because if I do, my cat will try and eat it. I have to be careful with everything, opening dolls and things like that. Um, that's one thing I liked about the older American Girl dolls, the packaging. I don't like the plastic um, attachments that are just popped in to hold the dolls in. I like the old school style where you had the thick rubber bands that went around the American Girl dolls' ankles that held them into the packaging, and then you had the part that goes around the neck because these little pieces, when you cut them to remove it off in the packaging, it's hazardous for your pet, and it's I have to pay close attention because my cat had got Dixie got a piece of that in her mouth and she was trying to eat it. And if she had swallowed that, it could have, she wouldn't be here with me. And it's very hazardous, so I'm not very happy about that with their packaging. And it's not like I'm in a big house, I'm in a, small apartment, which is fine. Okay, now put this little fluff piece in. Okay, so this arm is now completed. Let me look at these. My hair is getting in my eyes. Okay, oh my god, one looks, well, that doesn't matter, it's fine because it's homemade. Okay, her arms are done. And those will be sewn on by hand. Okay. Where did I just... Oh. that. My cat is trying to get in it because she's nosy. I don't know, I feel like I wish the fabric was thicker, but I don't know. I guess it's just me. Mm. Okay, I'm going to start closing this up. I'm going to do the legs by hand. All right, we're going to push this back. Okay, I'm going to attempt to push it back. Hold on, remove some of the stuffing. Okay, now. I'm not going to close it all the way because I'm still stuffing it. Okay, the other part. Yeah, do I want to close that up some more? I could. Yeah. yeah, this could be good. I like that. Okay, now I'm gonna run this up into the neck. This part is the neck. It's gonna go inside of the doll's head, and we're gonna remove any creases. And as you can see, I never skimp on stuffing. I like them to be soft but firm. Because I'm also going to make her dress. This looks okay. She needs some more up here in her shoulder. Okay. Alright, put stuffing in the shoulders. Um, okay. That feels good. That looks good. That looks good. Now, if I start making these and y'all like them enough to buy them or something, I will add maybe some beads in this area down here to give it a little more weight for setting or what have you. But right now, I'm just playing around with this and just using materials and stuff that I already have. Like I said, it's just been stuff I've had in storage for so long. And now I'm finally getting to utilize it and do something to occupy my mind. And okay, so now I'm going to close this up by hand. I'm over here looking around for a needle. Okay, what thread is this? Okay, yeah, this is the good stuff. Now, what I'm doing now, I'm not using regular thread. It's, what is this? It's tapestry. So this is a tapestry, which is a more heavy duty. Oh my God, I can't hardly see. Since surgery in my head, my vision's gonna be blurry for some time. Okay. Where did I put my glasses? Oh, right here. Okay, here we go. And now I can see something. For those of you wondering about a pattern, no, I don't have a pattern for sale. I don't have anything like that. This is just for your viewing enjoyment, and it's also what I do to help pass time and deal with anxiety and to remain peace of mind. But Etsy, a lot of people have a lot of patterns where you can get your own custom doll pattern. You can download it or have the printable version sent to you. I do recommend that. They have instructions. I do not have the time to invest in that, so that's why I don't do it. I do design my own pattern with what I do. I just don't have the time to write or put instruction and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, that's a business. I'm just doing a hobby. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go ahead and attach her legs. I'm going to let this be the front part. Let me see the legs. I guess it doesn't really matter with her legs what's front, what's the back. It looks the same regardless. Until when a dress is on, it's not like you're going to be looking at that. So, I mean, at least I know I'm not. Okay, so I'm going to do this a little differently. I got the inside folded in. I wished I should have used a skinnier needle. I feel like this one making too big of a hole. Actually, I'm going to change my needle. It's because I didn't have my glasses on. So I'm going to switch and try to find one that's skinnier. And I have plenty up here for my doll making hobbies. Okay, what is this one? Oh, this one's... Okay, definitely skinnier. Mm. I do look forward to painting the face on this doll, but again, I haven't even stuffed the head or attached it to her body. How am I getting this? Am I twisting her leg around? Okay. There. Okay. Now I'm going to do a stitch that Cindy Ribbit taught me. And you know, I play a lot of her music. She is so multi-talented. And I remember when we were doing a Maggie Bessie doll pattern. We were doing a doll. She had a this huge event in Nashville, North Carolina. Um, Land of Sky Doll Club, I think. Don't quote me on that because honestly, I could be absolutely wrong. But anyway, it was a doll show. She did the pattern that was made of a cloth doll, Maggie Bessie, who was, the doll was designed, I think, from the 1800s by Maggie Bessie herself, who was from North Carolina. And it was a big deal. She designed the pattern, the doll, and had to have 150 dolls made. And I remember helping her make the dolls, being at her house, sewing on the sewing machine, everything. And we had to make dresses. It was crazy. And I thought to myself, there's no way I could do this. Absolutely not. I enjoy making homemade dolls every now and then, the way I do now, because it's occupies me. It gives me something to do. But also with me sharing with you, you know, it's something my doctors have where they can view and they document and see what I do with my time and what have you. But I do it because I love it. And if you do what you love, then you will be happy if you're passionate about it. Now this detail of sewing, it goes a whole nother direction in a few minutes. So you do it this way and then you flip it over and then you sew it across the other way. So it's quite interesting type of stitch, but it's one that she taught me. And apparently it's a type of stitch that was done many, many, many decades ago, many years ago, at least 100 years ago, when it came to making homemade dolls. It's a huge history with making homemade dolls. Someone had to come up with it to, keep little girls happy. I do like a higher thread count of material. They just don't sell it. I would have to go to TJ Maxx or something and buy a high thread count sheet set like Egyptian cotton to get the high level of thread count that I particularly like. Okay. Now I'm going to come through here. I'm going to do a double knot and pull it tight. Okay. One, two. I'm doing quite a few double knots. And I have two or three fabrics I have sitting up there. They're nothing like what normally you see me work with, very pink or shimmery and stuff like that. They're not those kind of fabrics. They're more earthy, neutral tones, sort of like what you would expect to see with an antique type doll. Okay, so there you see, the leg is now attached. And it's not going to come off or nothing like that. Now I'm seeing things. I wish this part was through here and they're more elongated to be about down here. But the thing is, once the doll is fully dressed, it doesn't matter because she's got the perfect curved area. It's the perfect shape to go in the hand. So it's actually going to be well proportioned with a cute dress like to here or to here. And then you do a little shoe and you add little embellishments. Yeah. So let me see. Now let me go ahead and get her other leg sewn on. Okay. So first I start by sewing on this way. Nope. Is that right? I did this first, then I flip this over. Yep, that's right. I'm doing it right. Okay. Just had to make sure. I'm good at making mistakes. Y'all know that. Okay, here we go. Thread my needle. Okay, doing that. Yes, I could have done this the easier way with the sewing machine. I just didn't want to. I wanted to do a more personal touch, um, and play with sewing skills that I learned years ago and really use those. I mean, what's the point in learning them if I don't use them, right? Everything now is done with artificial intelligence. Um, People aren't really designing dolls anymore with hands and hands-on type stuff as much. It's mostly done with the art tablet. And when I look back at the way things were done with Barbie, you know, they showed you from the 60s or how she came to be, everything was very hands-on. I love that. On Instagram, I see some people. Jaden, he's an amazing sketch, but then I would see people who design patterns and do all this intricate detail with their hands when it comes to sewing. And I love it. I find it very amusing and entertaining when I see someone sewing by hand and designing and creating a masterpiece by hand. Okay, and now I flip the leg over, and now I do the same sewing on this side like I did the other one. Yay! But Maggie Bessie dolls were made of fabric, cotton fabric dolls, using gesso and paint, oil. I think they used oil paint back then. And it's amazing how some of those dolls, made of cotton and stuff like that, stood the test of time and to become worth thousands. So I don't know if many of you are familiar with things like that, but at this time, I think a lot of us could really appreciate some simplicity in life, but also maybe some simplicity from, you know, create content creators, you know, just enjoy some simplicity. some doll play or something like that. And with me, I do share a lot of different things on my channel. My creativity as doll repaint artist or designing and things like that. I'm glad I'm not sort of like stuck just doing one thing, but I can do several. So I have no limit. I just open my mind and I just keep going. I was very bothered today because I cannot find my Girl of the Year Isabel. I remember Girl of the Year Isabel from I think 2014. And I remember mine it got damaged at my mom's and I had to treat her and everything like that. Well, she's gone. She's disappeared. Um, like I don't have her anymore. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she got damaged or something or if someone took her when I wasn't. I don't know. So I'm not happy about that. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I replace my Girl of the Year Isabel? She has sentimental value because me, my friend Shirley, and Ben, who came all the way from Long Island, all of us went to the American Girl store in Charlotte, North Carolina when it was open, and we got Isabel. Well, actually, I ended up getting Isabel. So I got Shirley Isabel as a gift, and I got Isabel for myself to commemorate going to Charlotte, North Carolina for the first time. And so now I don't have her anymore, and it's very disturbing. And I went to eBay and I'm looking for specific copies. And I'm looking at them, and a lot of them, oh my god, they got scuff marks. They are beyond repair. Chopped hair. If the face had looked really good, if it had really good eyes, then it's. Ugh, I just said, okay, fine, forget it, let it go. I don't like the prices of the current dolls. It's just not cool. Okay. Now I'm going to pull this, cut it. Now the thread, ta-da, goes inside the body and it's not sticking out anywhere. Okay, so there she is. She's got her legs. Yeah, looks a little weird for the moment, but that's alright. She looks cute. Now she had some, what we call those old-fashioned looking bloomers. You know, the older dolls I've made. That would work out great. Okay, so as for her arms, I'll let that over there. Okay, I'm gonna have to close this up. I'm gonna have to do in what we call an invisible stitch, like a ladder stitch to go across. And the way I'm gonna attach her arms to the body is completely different. I'm gonna run a needle with thread all the way through here, and go all the way back through. And I have not done that in a long time. So I can push this over and let me see, where is my needle? Oh, that reminds me, I have got to do something with this nail. That's better. So I have really long needles, ball making needles. That I do have. Oh, that's a snap. So what I was saying was too, mentioning earlier in on my um, post, talking about downsizing stuff like that, because not only do I need to get all of this stuff behind me in order, well, on the side, but I want to get all of that done. I need to downsize a lot of other stuff, and I want to have a wooden table here in the center where I can have like a bookcase on each side and have all of my paints organized instead of thrown into this thing, this container. Oh, I think my dollar making needles. Are they up here? What is that? No, those are pegs. Okay, you know what? We'll get to that in a minute. It's not that important at this second. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. Like that. From the inside. I'm doing a double knot again. And one more double knot. Okay, and I'm going to push that piece of thread into the arm. Yep. Okay. And now I'm going to start over here. Like that. And then come over here to the other side. And then over here again. So I'm going back and forth from one side to the other. Okay, and now I'm going to pull it. Okay, stretch pull, there it is. So, there it is. Now it's closed at the top. Now run that in through there like that. Pull it through. Okay, and this is long enough to go all the way through to the other side, but I'm not ready to do that yet. All the way through the dot, but I'm not going to do that with this particular thread. Okay, so now I'm going to do this all over again to make sure it's double closed. Okay, and so now I'm going to pull this closed again. So now it's even tighter. I'm checking on my camera, see if you can see that. No, it's too much light. Okay, let me see. Which I need the light. Let me tone it down. Okay, so there's a top. It's sealed by hand stitch, and running it back through because I'm going to go ahead and knot it up and be done with it. Okay, now I'm going to run it through here, pull it through. Now I'm going to cut it there. So the piece of thread I cut, it just pops inside of the arm and then it's done. Okay, and so now I'll be ready where I can attach the arm like that. And it's gonna look good. And I'm also gonna do something here to give it a little articulation, like a little soft sculpture type method I'll do in this area here, but also in here as well. But that will be done with embroidery floss. And again, I will get that. Oh, darn it, I forgot I have an appointment tomorrow. Oh, I should have did that tonight. What time is it? Oh no, too late, 10 o'clock. Okay, never mind. Cut my sewing machine off. Okay, double knot. One more. Okay, and I just push that in. There. So this one I'm going to do a little differently so I don't have to do a whole another row all over again. Doesn't matter. It's this type of thread. It's very strong. Here we go. There. See? So now it's all closed up. Okay, so now I'm going to come here with the tip. I'm going to run that all the way through to the side. Okay, perfect. And then back through here. I'm shaping it up to make it smaller on top. Okay. And now I'm going to start, I'm going to go ahead and close it off, seal it. It's not going anywhere, trust me. This is, it's like upholstery thread. Yeah, oh, it is upholstery thread. See, I'm using upholstery thread. Because I just thought about tapestry. I thought it was tapestry and upholstery. Is that the same? I think wait, that is the same thing. I got my glasses on. Okay, yeah, I like tapestry, upholstery. So yeah, upholstery thread is what I use for heavy duty sewing when it comes to doll making. This way I know that it's not going to come undone. Okay, So we are done. Pull that through. Set my needle down. Okay, pour that tightly and now cut, and then it goes inside. Perfect. Couldn't help it. I ended up watching that movie a few nights ago. Okay, I need my doll making needles. So, oh, these are eyes. So, for those of you who have VIE dolls, this is what the eyes come shipped in. So these are Alexis. These are her original eyes. Thanks to Ellen, she had sent me some I could use. And so if anything happens to my current Alexis or anything, anyway, I got that for eyes. I still have those. So I can do doll repairs on them. Okay. So you see what I mean? This is why I'm going through my doll collection, and that's it. I'm just selling some of my own personal dolls so I can just recycle the money into having my home organized and making it into a better place. I'm looking for my doll making needles. Oh, there's one. I think. Good God. It's a lot of stuff at the bottom of this. Okay, you know what? I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to just look for a whole new needle. Instead of having to go digging all the way to the bottom of this. Because I have... Okay, fine. I'm in here. Let's do it. Oh, I found some more upholstery thread. Good to know. I have plenty of it. Alright. Oh, there's one of my American Girl doll earrings. Hair claw. Paint is popping out. Okay, I can't. I got Q-tips and everything in here. This is quite troublesome. Okay. Alright. Let me look up here. Seriously? Yeah, this is why I have to get organized. I simply can't. Wait, did I put them in this heap? I have this here first. I don't know what that was at failed, but it happens. Everything falls. That's why I have to get rid of stuff because it's too much junk. Literally. Oh, what are these? What is that? Oh, it's dang, what are the rest of these? Why do I only have one? Okay. Doll making needles, what is it? No. Oh my god. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Alright. I need a moment. Oh, that was a can. Doll making needle, doll making needle. Okay, what's in here? Oh, no flowers. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, there's Edna. Okay, there's picture my brother. Doshi. Me. Got it. looking for these scissors a long time ago. Okay, perfect. Got them. Oh, good. Now, see, this is why I'm happy. That's why I have to downsize, get rid of a lot of stuff, so that I can do this. So this is a very long needle, and it's perfect for what I'm about to do with Miss Girly here. Okay. First things first, I'm going to thread it. And then we will work on her head. Now, for this, I'm going to leave it double threaded because I'm going to run it through her body twice to attach the arms. Okay. Now, great. The needle has gotten stuck in her body. There it is. And I just realized I did not tie it, which is fine. Alright, now the other arm. I'm going to run it in through right there. Right, make sure it matches the other side. Perfect. And to give her more shoulders. Okay, and run this through right about there. Awesome. Love it. No, I don't. Not yet. Okay, the needle is going to the other side. I need to go more in the front. There it is. Now pull it through. Grab that. Okay. Look at here, we are going places. I'm just being funny, so hope you don't mind my silliness. Okay. Now I'm doing a double knot. Double knots prevent these from moving any further. Perfect. And it keeps them in one spot. Okay, stretch it out. Or the other side. Okay, good. And that's it. You just do this in a double way. Go in and out towards double. The arms can go up and down. No, they're not going to break. So, ta-da. Now her arms are attached. They can go up and down. You can move them and stuff like this. It's fine. And yeah, so once I do the little details in these areas and then the wrist and the elbows, yeah, with the floss stuff, it's perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to cut that. Okay, perfect. I'll keep that needle over there. Now the doll's body, the majority of the body is pretty done. It's pretty done. Everything's nice and tight and done. I just need little simple details. Okay, one big detail is her head. Oh my God, did I even sew it? Yes, I did. And let me see. My ruler, my pencil, sealer. Okay, where's the chin? Over here. So, I am going to cut this fabric. There we go. Alright. And wait, how do I get it cut in the right direction? Here. Alright, there it is. Cut, cut, and go over a little more. Alright. Now, make sure the head will be able to fit in. Yeah. Oh, I gotta turn it inside out first. You know, her head might end up being too small. If it is, it's okay. We'll just cut her out a new one and sew it up and flip it, and that's much easier than anything else. But I think it's going to be too small. Yes, I think it's going to be too small because once you put the stuffing in, it fills it out, makes it more round. Oh, but the head will work for a smaller body. Wait, let me see. Oh, no, it might work. But I think I want a bigger head though. Yeah, I think I'd rather have a bigger head for this particular doll. Because when I add the hair and paint the face, I really want the face to show up really pretty. Again, when I do get ready to do her face, she will be hand painted. Oh my god. Now I just found Superstar Christie's high heel shoe. How it ended up in here, I do not know. It's probably, I'm not even going to entertain that thought. Okay. Alright, her head, it's getting a potato shape. Alright, now the head's attached. Let me see, what do I think of this? Not bad. I like a more rounder head. Okay, so you know what? That actually kind of works. See? But I'm thinking I want a more round face. I like the chin area, but I want the sides to be a little bit more wider. So let me see. Yeah, I can save this for a smaller doll body. That'll work. I mean, it could, I could make it work if I wanted to, but I don't. So I would rather have a big one. I got my own pattern, as you can see. I make my own pattern. So this is my head pattern I made. Now I'm going to cut another piece out. I'm going to make another pattern. Which reminds me, I need to write on here. We're going to write medium head. So this will shrink. Now I know that. So you can see I did it like 1, 2, and 3 different sizes. But yeah, now I need one slightly bigger. So I'm getting ready to do that very quickly. And I'm going to start this over here, that over there. Oh yeah, definitely bigger head on her. I am looking forward to going to the store tomorrow. I am going to change this pattern up. Not tonight, right now. I'm going with it and I'm going to make it work. So, regardless, I will be making a doll out of this. Okay, so when I make a pattern, I use freezer paper. I bought this years ago. I've probably had this freezer paper 5 or 6 years. Oh gosh, it lasts forever. So once you've made the patterns that you like, if you keep them in a Ziploc bag, you're good to go. But usually once I start making, once I've made a doll, I'll hold on to the pattern for a while because sometimes I have viewers and my someone may want to be like, oh, this doll that you made, I don't want to like it or something like that. That's happened a couple times, but I usually end up having to make a new pattern. So I never keep my patterns. Let me think. Okay, so here we go. I am going to keep this like that. You know what? This would be so much better. I fold it in half. Okay. Now, yes, I make this look easy. I'm sure I do. But it took a lot of learning. A lot of learning skill. Thank you to the amazing Judy Ward, Judi Ward. Absolutely amazing doll pattern lady. And I learned how to do doll patterns because of her. Okay, is that going to be too big? I don't think so, no. I don't think it's going to be too big. In fact, I think this is going to be perfect. Because this doll, she's got nice size to her. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. And also, I'm using cotton fabric, which um, I don't do a lot. I don't do that often. I usually use something a little thicker that gives more, a little more stretch. So yeah, I'll see what I come up with tomorrow when I go to the store. I'll see what I can see. My box is here so that I can get rid of those. Okay, put that pattern there. Yeah, she definitely needs a bigger head. I'm also going to redesign this entire doll's body, and yeah, I will do that. But in the meantime, that's what I want. That's gonna work. Oh my god, I gotta get the fabric. How is it I always grab one thing and then I forget something else? Okay. So I also have what they call deer suede fabric. I got different kinds. And I had the velour. Okay, yeah, my hair is messy and it's getting in my eyes. I actually just cut it. I just cut about 2 inches off my hair because I'm not going to color it anymore. And I'm just going to let it grow out. Because the blonde is causing breakage, so I can't. It's been 3 years with the blonde hair and I can't get it to grow like that. Oh, that's right, I'm going to have to cut 2 of these. So stretch that out. So this is what happens when it comes to making a pattern with doll making. I suppose I just make it look easier, except when I mess up. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not bothered by it. It's the process. And this isn't something I do on a monthly basis, but every now and then. they make fabric in different skin tones, and they actually call it skin tones. I like that. So I do want to make some dolls like that. Okay, we're done. We got our head cut out. The easy part is sewing it. And once we got our head sewn and stuffed, I'll look at this in a minute. I will leave that over here. Okay, so let's get our head sewed. Okay. Alright, I'm looking to want to double sew here. Alright, so you can see me design a whole fresh new pattern. What part goes where? Okay, there's a chin. That's the lower half. Awesome. So I'll cut this part. Alright. My skin is very thin, so when I get warm, my blood vessels pop out. And then I get cold easily. Blood thinner does that. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna cut it right here. Okay, that looks good. Cut there. Cut there. That might be a little too big, but it's okay. Alright. Okay, girl. Now, let's get your head stuffed in. Oh, I keep forgetting. Turn it inside out. Okay. Okay. This looks good. Okay. Now stuff the edges really good so they're super smooth. Can you believe it takes all of this much stuffing? Okay. Fill out all those edges. All the way around. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, that's much better. Because then once she's painted and she's got some hair, that'll be great. But at the moment, I want that tighter. Okay. So when you see homemade dolls on Etsy or something like that, you notice how expensive they are. And then some people, they just sell the pattern so other people can do it. But I'm gonna tell you, it's really worth the investment buying a doll that someone's already took the time to make, because the supplies and the time that it takes to perfect the pattern is extremely time consuming. And it's hard when you're inexperienced and you can't get it to perfection or something. So I recommend buying from, supporting local artists. Okay, so wait, let me fix a hole up through here to put the neck, because then I will be closing it up with hot glue. Okay. Yeah. So you want the head to look larger, because once the hair is on, once you've got the hair into the doll's head, it's done. It's looks better when it's bigger like this because of the hair. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so it looks like a big pancake, kind of like a little monster right now, but it works. That looks good because her hair is gonna come around to a part. The head is gonna give you a shape like up into a ponytail or something like that. So, and now I'm planning to work with the door to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that's that. So I will do another part where I'm painting her face. I don't feel like doing it tonight because it's 9 o'clock and I'm ready to get some rest. So, oh my god, I will leave all of this setting over to the side. And I will see you all later. So let me see. Turn this up, turn this down. Until next time, thank you and good night.